Ta-da!
So, right here, we had, there was a closet here, so there's a wall here. This was a coat closet from the other side. We took that completely out. Right here was an archway. It was about this low, right here. So we took that out, just to kind of open up the space. The same thing right here with the archway was all the way closed off. Let me turn some lights on for you.
Some big windows there.
Yeah, trying to match in that old stuff.
What kind of countertop is this?
So this is granite. It's a leather granite here, kind of a cheaper stone. So didn't have to go super hard. This would get polished because it's dusty from being here. But
So upgrade from laminate, but not the full-on thick granite.
I mean, this is if you feel the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's finished on this side, but this is the look of it. It is leather. I wanted it something that was a little bit more matte black, like I told them, because I just, I like the feel coming off the black and white from the outside, so it kind of worked out. All new sugar cabinets, like I said, new plumbing, new lights throughout, whole 9 yards, new vinyl, new paint. We gutted this kitchen pretty much completely, so took it all the way down to the studs, everything out of here. Probably took half the dining room out. Yeah, I mean, probably even a little bit more, but a lot of new drywall, a lot of
New baseboards.
yeah, all the way around because there was nothing here. Tried to go with something, taller to kind of match, what the original was outside the rest of the house. But just this gave it a different feel, from being there. I think this house was built in 1912, actually, 1912 or 1913. You'd never be able to stand at the back of the house and see all the
No, it definitely has a more modern, updated look and feel to it, and definitely with all the squared edges, just opens things up a lot.
So brand new furnace, brand new water tank, brand new plumbing, draining that water lines, new electrical box, everything upgraded. Every plug and switch, the whole 9 yards.
What was not redone? like, what did you not do?
we didn't keep much. Check it out. They got a little bit more in the bathroom, tubs around, but and stuff like that. Pretty much. Yeah, we might have a couple of touch-ups to do.
I mean, obviously,
hit that light for me just to make it.
I mean, obviously, didn't go down to studs on everything, right?
No, not everything.
So
a lot of this upstairs we
saved. All this kind of older, but that's just it's a rental, right? And you know what I always love is like the like the Hobbit or the I was like, oh, how the tilt, old house, man, yeah.
Settling years. So we did have to do a little bit of support in the back corner. We had to take out the king stud in the corners and replace those, give it a little bit more support. Did a couple joists in the basement, nothing super major.
But you had to do some structural reinforcing and
just sure with everything is kind of so we use the same paint, same colors, the same floor.
Yeah.
Everything's the same in every house, so it just kind of makes it easy. Same type of light fixtures, same windows. So whatever that you use, just carry it over to the next one. Just kind of makes it simple. It's kind of get the feel of using the same things over and over again. Can't really mess it up too much.
So again, mostly here, just kind of repainted everything pretty much.
So these walls were really in bad shape. This one in particular, this room in particular. So sometimes instead of going all the new drywall, I have them texture all of these walls. That's why this room all matches, the texture. I like it, especially in old houses. I could go re-drywall everything, make everything nice and pretty, but it's so many imperfections in the house. Sometimes that doesn't complement it. So I could run all new drywall, but you got all of this old trim and things like that. You'd have to replace all that, which is more cost. So in these cases, it's not going to matter as long as it's nice, clean, done like this. So we texture the walls, they kind of knock it down, put a nice texture on there, kind of covers a lot of patching and imperfections along the years and all that type of stuff. And it's faster, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Than buying that drywall.
Right.
But, you know, we got to buy drywall when we got to buy that, you know? That's kind of necessary, but... So, like, when we do left, I got them like changing out these last couple light fixtures. They'll caulk and paint inside the closet. They'll paint the trim, I should say. They painted the walls, but I go to trim white. I put a couple more doors up.
All the final touch up.
It's for me, it's just about like, you know, seeing it fully complete, knowing somebody can kind of move in. More so, this bathroom, we kind of gutted this whole bathroom as well. So the tub originally was going a long way this way in that corner, but you couldn't have a shower in here, so it was just a tub and it had like the little water spigot that come off the faucet, kind of really funky. So the sink was over in this corner, toilet was right here, so we redesigned it to actually be able to put a shower inside of it. And now, you know, you got a little bit more space in the room.
Yeah.
So the only reason this is not finished, I was going back and forth and trying to decide whether I wanted to go a plastic tub surround or subway tile in the tub surround, specifically because of this slope coming down off the roof. But you know, it worked out to do the subway tile, so we have that installed tomorrow.
Nice.
To do the subway tile, put the mirror up, of course, clean it and get up out of here.
It feels kind of spongy or
Like
something.
bouncy.
Yeah,
It's
bouncy.
like this flooring that I bought. It's new from Floor & Decor. It feels like a little bouncy than anything else, but
Oh, it's the flooring.
it's got like a pad up underneath it. That's
Oh,
a little
pad.
bit more.
Okay.
That's a little thicker than what I normally get.
Got it.
But it kind of came out pretty good.
Yeah,
You know.
cool. So it's intentional, or it's not a
No.
structural.
Yeah, we solved that little problem.
Got it. Cool. I like the kind of the shiplap looking kind of back. What is this?
It's just paneling.
Paneling. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This wasn't actually my call. This is one of my guys. I told him to roll with it because it kind of matched the floor. You know what I mean? The walls were in pretty rough shape, you know, kind of as you can see. So trying to match textures and all that type of stuff, I told him to go ahead and, you know, it's fine. It's got the grays going, and once that white goes in with the subway tile, it'll put it all together. Because this will be bright white right here. I was scared it was going to be too dark, so all of this is going white paint-wise, and then the tub surround is going white subway tile. So it'll pop, you know, it'll be a nice little transition.
Nice.
That is, you know, that you probably don't get on, you know, in this neighborhood.
Oh no. Yeah. No. That's why I'm just so impressed that you've literally completely redone this place. And you've done it in a more elevated look, right? Like this is where people will be like, "Oh, I thought this was just for those people on the other side of town," kind of thing.
Right.
But oh wait, I get this too. That's awesome.
And I think from the investor standpoint, with the end buyer who invested in this property and go ahead and rent it out, you know, the fact of like we could have put laminate tops in, but that granite is never going to break. We all know that.
Yeah.
Well, why do these people don't deserve granite? You know what I mean? It's like, cost-wise, it kind of came out to be the same because it's a short kitchen. Well, it probably a little bit more, of course. But I didn't go with a super high-end granite. Just something that's stone. They'll never break those cabinets and countertops. You know, now
It's both more durable and it has the better look as well,
Better look,
and just that feeling of being solid.
and the goal would be hoping that they take pride in where they live at. You know.
Right, which then helps with, again, people, it'll attract the kind of people that value it, right? And then like, oh, this is nicer, so maybe I'll take better care of it, and yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, this is, let's go check out the back too. Had to tear all of that stuff down. But this is kind of like my favorite part coming down the stairs. It just, you know, kind of the cuts in this house, you know, kind of came out pretty decent. You know, just kind of good living. Awesome. Out in the back, we had to put this whole porch down, the original, completely all brand new. Had to support the back of the porch roof and all that type
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
because like I've seen a lot of these where it's just totally, you know, I've just seen a lot of nasty stuff, and here you've reinforced it, you've rebuilt, and
And here's the thing, I think about the difference when it comes to some flippers, not all, but you know, when you have a real passion for the houses, it's a little different than just trying to make some money. So it's like, I ran into several things in here where decisions had to be made to spend more money. It was never going to be a big deal because you're taking pride in what you're doing, so it's not like, oh, let's just crap it back together, you know what I mean? So I'm the type of person, nope, tear it out, start all over again. It makes no difference at that point, It's going to be a cost involved, but you're going to get it back on the value. And because sometimes in the inner city that those houses are so underpriced and inexpensive, you could take those gambles and say, hey, if I got to totally rebuild the house, I damn near can, you know what I mean? And I enjoy that because it's like, I wasn't planning on replacing this whole porch, but then when they started working on it, I see some Ryder wood, I say, oh, tear it all out, build it all new. No big deal, because how good it's going to look in the, longevity of it, you know what I mean? Trying to give them that, try not to cut those corners on, because I'm thinking about the tenants who are going to live here, giving them a good place. One thing for me was, I try to take pride in this. The reason I moved to Atlanta 15 years ago was because in Cleveland, most of the houses you're going to rent are 100 years old. And most of the houses in Atlanta are new. So it's just different. I got so accustomed to that master bathroom, a master bedroom, even garbage disposal, dishwashers in every place that you'll ever rent.
Right.
Cleveland, especially inner city, very rare. I wanted to do a dishwasher here. I didn't because I was running out of space on this wall. But at the same time, it's like those things that make you feel like you're in something new, whether it's new drywall, whether it's recessed lighting, whether it's updated cabinets, whether it's knocking out a couple walls, it gives you that new feel, same thing in Cleveland. I think a lot of people have been living their whole lives here. They'll never get to experience that, what it's like to live in something a little bit more modern. I go in some of those rentals and it's like, it's tough, to see, you got old cabinets and, some people don't take care of it. And it's not like the house is a dump, but it just hasn't been rehabbed or updated in so long, and that's what people get used to. So I was really trying to bring this house back up to the market because all of these houses are newer builds, kind of early 2000s. So I wanted to kind of match up and try to do as much as I possibly could to match it all the way, So it kind of been a fun ride for this one. I hate to see this one go, but it's time to go.
Clearly the pride of the passion that you have in what you do is clear.
Oh yeah. It's like I said, lose sleep over these things. You kind of fall in love for a little bit of time period and you let it go. And you're on to the next one. That's the kind of fun part about it. For sure.